What does a / followed by a number mean in IP? If an IP address is indicated like this, 10.39.25.151.24, what does the /24 mean?
It indicates the subnet mask of the IP. IP has 32 bits, and number after the / tells you where does the network part end, host part starts. IP 10.39.25.151 written in binary format looks like this. 000010001001111001100111111. And /24 says that first 24 bits are used for network designation, while last 8 bits are used for various hosts inside that network. /24 means that hosts on network can have IPs that are different by last 8 bits only, so IPs from range 10.39.25.1 to 10.39.25.255, with last 0.255 IP being used as broadcast address for the network. A subnet mask is a 32-bit number that masks an IP address, and divides the IP address into network address and host address. Subnet mask is made by setting network bits to all 1s and setting host bits to all 0s. Within a given network, 2 host addresses are reserved for special purpose, and cannot be assigned to hosts. The 0 address is assigned a network address and 255 is assigned to a broadcast address, and they cannot be assigned to hosts.
The number after the / refers to the size of the network. Specifically, the number after the / specifies how many bits in the netmask have a value set to 1 before the first bit that is set to 0. This style of specifying a network size is most formally called CIDR notation, and is sometimes also called / notation. So, 192.0.2.024 refers to the network, or subnetwork, aka subnet, with a netmask of 11,111,111,septillion,111,111,111,111,111,111,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100,000,100 32-bit addresses, IP4 uses 32-bit net masks. Since IP6 addresses have 128-bit addresses, IP6 uses 128-bit net masks. What this means is that 24 bits are used to specify a network ID, leaving 8 bits to identify a host. There are 2 possible values that each bit can have. The word bit literally comes from the phrase binary digit, and 2 raised to the 8th power is 256, so there are 256 addresses that can be in that network. So, the 192.0.2.024 network goes from 192.0.2.0 through 192.0.2.255. Similarly, the 192.0.2.029 network goes from 192.0.2.0 through 192.0.2.7. Since 29 of the bits are reserved for identifying the subnet, that leaves 3 bits for the addresses. 2 raised to the 3rd power is 8. Side note, all of those addresses are part of the subnet. In IP4, they are not all usable, based on the IP4 standard of the first and last addresses being unusable, for compatibility with various equipment that may support broadcast packets. The last address is typically called the broadcast address. The first address is typically called the network ID, but the technical reason that the network it was ever declared to be unusable was from historical concerns of compatibility with some equipment that broadcasted on the first address. For more fun of looking at different subnet sizes, you may want to look at a VLSN chart. The reason why /24 is so common is because IPv4 addresses tend to be written out in octets. /24 allows the network bits and the host bits to be split after 24 bits, which ends up being after the third octet. So, people can tell rather easily, and without being very error prone, whether a device is part of a specific network, or a different network.
Every map is a location name, where you can see your security.